Harold Hillman, who's a neurobiologist with 38 years' experience and an expert on hypothermia. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
First of all, if I could ask you about the case of the 3 people who have sadly tonight died now after being trapped under the ice. Many people felt that it was inconceivable that they could have survived, having been trapped for 2 hours. Can you explain to us why doctors felt there was a chance that they could revive them?
Yes, when a person's heart is stopped due to cold, this is called hypothermic cardiac arrest, or when they are dead, there is no way of distinguishing these two conditions. The only way of distinguishing them is to try to revive them. If you revive them successfully, they were not dead. If you are unsuccessful, they may have been dead when you started trying. But there are no distinctions. Either the heart is stopped, the respiration is stopped, their temperature is cold, they've got no electrical activity in the brain or the heart or anything. So there's simply no way of knowing. So one should always have a go.
From that condition.
Yes, indeed. People experimentally have been cooled to 0 degrees and their hearts have been stopped for an hour, and they have revived completely. Animals, monkeys, dogs, cats, rats have had their hearts stopped for half an hour at a time, and they revive completely, including their intelligence.
What do resuscitation attempts involve?
Well, there was a long argument for many years about whether you should warm them quickly or slowly. I think it's been won by the people who regard it as necessary to warm them slowly. If you warm them slowly, and you give them artificial respiration, they get oxygen in their blood as they revive. If you warm them quickly, they need more oxygen before it's circulating in the blood, and that may kill them. So the general teaching nowadays is to revive them slowly, but you must give them artificial respiration and assist their circulation. And that is always done.
We have had 2 cases of people freezing to death in Scotland, where there's obviously record low temperatures there. What advice would you give to people, particularly the elderly, at this time of year?
Well, no person should go out in the cold if they can possibly help it. People with heart trouble are liable to have heart attacks or angina, which is pain in the heart, if they go out in the cold. Children should not be allowed to go on lakes which were recently frozen over. It's completely different in Scandinavia, where lakes freeze over for weeks at a time and you get a foot or more of ice. But in this country, it may be a half an inch of ice or an inch of ice, and there's no way of telling how thick it is by looking at it.
Dr. Harold Hillman, thanks very much indeed for joining us this evening.